So I kept hearing for the love of money, for the love of money, for the love of money, right? So, for the love of money. I know I look like shit right now, but I don't really give a fuck. I was downtown, I was getting a coffee. Maybe I shouldn't take this off, I was just outside. I don't, like, okay. I was just downtown getting a coffee. There's this cop and a forerunner in the line, and he just glared at me. She just glared at me. Okay. There's good and bad everybody, right? There's good and bad CPS, there's good and bad cops, there's good and bad. It's just that, like, bad becomes infectious, right? You have one bad strawberry, the entire bunch is fucked, right? So it's like, that's just what it is. I'm not saying that all y'all are bad, okay? I've never once said that, ever. If you were to look back, I've never once said that. Okay, so quit taking it personal. That's just my truth and my story, and it will be heard. Okay? It's just the CPS workers and the cops that I've dealt with the past 4 years were fucking terrible. Okay? Terrible. Put me and my little family through hell. Along with a few lawyers and whatever. That judge. That judge. Someone wants to burn some evidence here. Okay? For the love of money. Does money really matter? Okay, let me say this. Would money matter? Would money matter if God were to trigger, to tell, through vibration, okay, Mother Earth, to cause a bunch of forest fires, or let every single fire that's on the planet now engulf the Earth? Would it matter? Okay, because you wouldn't have ascended. Okay, that negativity, that vibration, that entity attachment that you have will keep you grounded to this earth even when it's lit on fire. Then would that money matter? No, it'd be fucking nothingness, ashes. Right? So, like, people really need to understand what matters here. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but I mean, I've been seeing lots of fire visuals lately, and it's trippy, okay? And then also, like, people with entity attachments, like, staying while this is happening. And then people who have ascended, I thought it was a soul thing, right? But it's going deeper now, like, it's going deeper. So I'm going to have to meditate on it. I'll come back when I figure it out, but that's what I'm getting so far. So it's like, ooh, spooky. It's spooky. So, like, just really just try. If you're these people that are like, people say that, like, you know how people kind of condemn drug users and condemn alcoholics and condemn, like, whatever. If you're using it in moderation, okay, these people who are condemning you are fucking more evil than you. They just are. So don't let that get you down. And then also, the way that I started quitting, okay, and I'm just going to share this, and I'm not promoting doing drugs by any means, okay, I'm done doing drugs, but how I started quitting was I had a hoot after every meal, okay, not before, after. So I'd eat a big breakfast, fill my tummy, go have a hoot, okay, do whatever I did in the morning, ate a big lunch, filled my tummy, had a hoot. Okay, and like that's how I started, like, the intention, right? And really acting on, I'm not going to touch it. I'm not. It's just this one time that I'm going to do it because I couldn't separate I couldn't leave it, right? It was something as if like I had bonded to it. It helped me. It helped me whatever the fuck I thought it helped me do, right? It ruined my life. And it attached me to people who were doing the same thing, the same drug, using it the same way, trying to run from something, running from a wound, running from childhood pain, which ultimately fucked up my life. And like, I can't do that. I can't risk that. I got kids to raise here, right? And these fuckers aren't gonna be taking my kids. Fuck that. They already tried. They're happiest when they're with me. And when nobody's fucking with me, but I mean, that just might not happen. So, I just gotta get used to it, but I'm starting to. I'm like forever evolving. Like if you're like a copycat, right? And this goes for like other targeted individuals. If your copycats can't keep up, man, they just can't. They just can't. Because you do one thing and then you do another thing. And then you do another thing. And then say you start slacking. So then they start fucking really slacking because they think it's the cool thing to do now. And then you like level up and surpass the level you were at before you were slacking. So then they're like, fucking can't keep up. Tripping. Holding back talking, but wanting a new beginning. I was like driving at the lights. Felt just eyes burning on me, right? So I just looked back and then buddy's like, you know? What's up? Ooh. Like, just try to make healthier decisions in life. Do better than you did yesterday. Like, moderate it. Okay? And then you'll feel better. Okay? And then do a little more. And a little more. Start eating healthier. What I did is I bought greens, right? I drink greens. I haven't drinking greens in a little bit, but I bought greens. I read this Bible, okay, this herb Bible. And Psalms is a book of spells. It's a book of like, read that shit. It's like return to senders and shit. Like the one that I read was like, it was a return to sender. And I don't even do return to senders because it didn't make me feel good to do a return to sender. Like, read it, and then what would you think that you're asking God by saying those words? What would you think that paragraph would intend, the intention with the power of the tongue, and your brain actively reading it? Okay? So thought, intention, tongue. Like, that power. So, I don't know. I was getting a book of spells. Just is what it is. Like, read that and tell me you're not asking something. You are. And I don't know if that's all bad yet. That might just be like protection spells. Okay? Yes, it's protection spells. But don't do the return to sender ones. Like, if you read that and you're like, that's a return to sender, don't read that one. And that's just what I learned through meditation too. So like, and like actually reading a few. Right? I said one out loud one time and I'm like, I take that back. I take it back. Just check it out for yourself, man. But that's what I've kind of categorized it as so far. That's where I'm at with that. I don't go looking for this stuff, it finds me. Aromatherapy, okay? You could do aromatherapy to help you. Okay, go for massages, get massages, like really pamper yourself, because like getting over addiction, getting off of pills that are prescribed, okay? Because that's a real issue, right? Who forgot about the opiate crisis? Doctors fucking giving out Valium as candy. I didn't. People don't forget, okay? All of a sudden your spouse is acting like distant, zombified. Your kids are doing things that they've never done, right? That spark in their eye is gone. That's a real issue. And like, how about like fucking people talking about these side effects due to their COVID shots? My grandma's been sick ever since. Like colds and flus and whatever. But constantly. I was like, they are not shooting me up with that. I don't care. I'll fucking stay in my house. I don't need to travel. I don't need to travel. Like, what? People have to do that to be able to go to work and make money and put food on the table? Fuck no, I'm not doing that, right? I feel forced to do a little bit of something and I'm like, right? And now you're making us do it? Fuck you. Right? That's how I thought. Like, it's just fucking horrific. It's horrific. Okay? Like the videos of people just randomly having seizures after getting their shot. Like, what the fuck is that? Okay? And I was also getting like mutants. Like these weirdo scientists are doing some weird shit underground. Right? And I don't mean like, well, I do mean literally underground, but like other places too, where they have like NDAs and shit. They get people to sign NDAs and shit, like hidden in plain sight type of shit. Okay, these buildings, but like the tests that they're doing on, I don't want to talk about it yet. But like mutant, like hills have eyes type shit. Somebody might want to eat like raw garlic cloves. Yeah, raw garlic cloves. Okay, you could pickle them. Okay, I've been seeing pickled garlic on YouTube, and that'd be a way to just like get rid of that, like just to have them more pleasing to the palate instead of just eating straight up garlic. Right? Prepare to like smell that garlic, but who really cares if it's gonna like do a bunch of great things. You can eat parsley right after that. That'll help with the breath. And then I'll help you. You'll be less likely to develop stomach cancer. Or you can just take tablets. But this is what I read. And then I went to the women's. There's like a women's. Just wait. I'm just gonna go to the contents instead of fucking just going through it because I get distracted. A woman's body. A woman's body. Angel number 254. Okay, and then I read the little paragraph in here, okay? Bo. Bo. Someone's name might be Bo. Okay, and I was also getting Rory. Rory? I don't know why that name sounds so weird coming out of my mouth. Rory and Bo. But I meant to say bro. My book's falling apart. So I read this little synopsis on women's body and how to keep it healthy. Breast cancer, if that runs in your family, right? There's something on that. Premenstrual syndrome, so PMS, cramps, chronic yeast infections, regulating your menstruation after birth control pills. So maybe somebody's trying to get off birth control, which is really good. Also, I was getting, ooh, this fucking so sick, but like I was getting like women's placentas when they go get procedures. Like if you, they'll like incubate. I don't know how they do it. I don't. But like it is still a fetus. It's still a fetus, okay? Some of these kids are like alive. Especially if you were like fuller into the time period of getting that procedure. I'm talking about abortion here. Okay? And then they'll just be like, that one's big enough. That one's big enough. That one's big enough. Okay? The rest of them are like fucking, ooh, I'm not gonna say it. But like, I would never go get a procedure again because of the information I've gotten intuitively through downloads. But if you do go get a procedure, okay, because you have every right to, it's still legal in Canada. Okay, if you go get a procedure and it has a little checkbox and it says, I want to take my placenta, fucking take your placenta. I always didn't check that off because I'm like, no, I don't want to, right? Take your placenta, take it, okay? Like the placenta and the fetus, take it home. Tell them you want to have a proper burial. Tell them that. Okay, and if they don't let you, sue them. It's so sick. It's so sick. Like I wasn't against it, right? Because there's women who do get raped, and like it should be up to them whether or not they want to keep that child. They want to hold that child, right? And live with of course it'd be a blessing, but it depends on how you look at it. And this world has conditioned us to look at things negatively. So, I mean, you gotta be a really positive thinker. Okay, you gotta have a really positive thinking family. Morning sickness, hemorrhoids, varicose veins, restless leg syndrome. Like it talks about like everything within like the female body, female tonics, nursing, labor, delivery, anemia, ovarian cancer, cystitis, I don't know what that is, a bacterial infection of the bladder. Okay, so it goes in depth about how to take care of a woman's body, and then also for a men's body, so that you are able, okay, to know what your you know what you eat, right? Okay, so everything you eat, go look at the nutritional background of what you eat. And then from there, what you eat, incorporate what you're missing through vitamins, okay, and minerals, okay, and greens. Go get greens, because nobody eats enough greens, okay? Fruits, vegetables, whole grain oats, not crushed up, okay? Like I'm getting like oatmeal, whole grain, flaxseed, whole grain oats. Okay, that's a good way to stay cancer free. I gotta blow my nose. I'll be right back. Okay. So I'm gonna do the cue cards and then I'll do the tarot. I'm getting motels. People are like checked into motels where they don't even live. Okay, and then they'll just exchange people of the same group. But that same group, okay, maybe not the same person, but that same group is at that same motel, just, you know, casually stalking. Casually stalking. They drive nice vehicles, like luxury vehicles. Evil, Virgo, overkill. Taurus, blessed, Taurus. Let's just get them all out. Mental illness. There's always a reason, right? There's always a reason. Sometimes when we have mental illness, we don't even know that we're empaths. Okay, we take on energies around us. I was wondering why I'd get so much energy when I was like, say at birthday parties, at functions, right? Like, trustworthy. Or maybe I got really, really, really uncomfortable. It's because I was taking on everybody's uncomfortability, okay? I was taking on everybody's excitement. Everybody's, okay? Until I figured it out. Okay, it took me a long time to figure it out. I resorted to other things before I figured it out to protect my energy is what I'm speaking about. Oh, I'm hearing necromancy. Necromancy? Necromancy is like banging dead bodies, okay? And that's for like, why would you want to do that, right? Why, right? And it's for ritualistic purposes. Ooh. There's an evil Virgo, like overkill. Okay, and this is why I looked at that and I heard necromancy. So I mean like shit disturber, ancestors in the reverse. They don't protect you anymore. They don't. Whoever you're trying to attack, you know, their ancestors, whoever you've killed, their ancestors are on your ass. Whoever you're currently trying to attack, their ancestors, like there's a shit ton of ancestors that are fucking like going to like disturb your shit. Okay, you will be disturbed because this is what you choose to do to others. You choose to be evil, you choose to be a shit disturber. Okay, you do overkill when it comes to blessed people. Okay, there's a sort of animosity, sort of competition of greatness. Like what? You don't even compare. Okay? You want this person to think of you as trustworthy, this blessed person, but you're evil. You want to take them out in the bush and murder them. Okay? But something in you couldn't. I know exactly who that is. Okay? Them being blessed, right? Their heart being pure. You couldn't come to do it. You couldn't do it. Virgo, Taurus, competition. There's also an evil Taurus too here. Oh my gosh, this is like nasty. There's two people in competition to kill someone who's blessed. It's like overkill. The ancestors won't let you do this either. Okay, they won't see you as trustworthy. They'll read it. They'll read you. They'll read you like a book, okay? And then they'll still be nice to you because they're so great. Okay, let's get another one. Shame. Satisfied. Sorry, I gotta fix my face. Like, that money is really not gonna matter. It's just not. And then you're gonna do all of that. Even if you get that money, it's gonna be all for nothing. Release in the verse. You were satisfied to like. You were satisfied to not release something toward like for someone. Whether it be their energy, their money, but I'm getting greed. Okay, their time, money, energy. This brought you a sort of satisfaction. Oh, shit. I'm getting like some cannibal shit. I'm not going to talk about that. I'm not going to talk about that. Another day. Another day. This stuff kind of like makes me like it happens, right? It's not like it doesn't happen. Okay? Like back in the day when like people's wives didn't want to, you know, get it on because who knows what they were going through. Maybe they just had a kid. Maybe they're on their whatever time of the month, their moon time. Maybe this man was in the doghouse. Okay? So we had to go bang the sheep. You know, shit like that has happened. Okay? It does happen. Okay? People cheat all the time. People do weird shit to animals all the time. Okay? People do eat people, and it just happens. Like, I was getting people eating people like jerky. It was fucked. And like this, that's the evil. That's the evils. Someone has problems with how you've succeeded in life. Like in money matters, and they're greedy. So they were satisfied holding on to something, but there's going to be changes here. 555. Like, you were satisfied with this person like having problems. Okay? Being evil towards them. Just sitting back, watching it, feeling good about yourself, thinking you succeeded in not releasing this, okay? Out of greed. Out of changing this person's life and acting as if you were God in their life, and sitting back feeling satisfied. Okay, you don't think God knew what you felt and why you felt it? God poured into this person, and now you got a problem with how they're succeeding, and you still have this same ugly ass feeling sitting behind those reactions. Right? You know, when I was explaining, like, we can only control ourselves. Our thoughts, our emotions, okay? Because if we think happier things, okay, and if we release those ugly ass emotions and we think happier thoughts, then we can control our emotions too, which is beautiful. Okay, that's wonderful. And then our actions, right? But we can also control our reactions. And like, that's the new challenge here, is not even reacting. Understanding, not reacting. So fully observing, but not reacting. Allowing yourself to know all the informations, even the feeling that comes along with it, but instantly turning it over. But you got to not react before you like, when you feel that emotion, not react. That's where the focus goes. Not react, not react, not react, not react. Okay, it's over. Okay, I'm going to release that now. Okay, it's a real like, it's like a temperance energy. Okay, I'm going to have the patience for this to be over. I'm not going to react. I'm not going to react. Even though I feel this feeling inside, I'm not going to react. I'm not going to react. Okay, it's over. Okay, take that emotion. That's the new challenge, right? Don't even fucking react, but see it for what it is and know it to be true. Okay? Trust that that feeling will pass, right? This too shall pass. And I'm not going to even react. Like, it's making more and more sense to me why that one monk that one time lit himself on fire in deep meditation. He was in deep meditation. I don't even think his soul was in his body. Okay, I think he ascended out of his soul while he did that in deep meditation to prove a point. Someone feels shame because you're successful now and like, somebody's not releasing a house. Okay, they feel really good about this too because they realize who they got this lease with was greedy. Brought them problems. They thought it was a success to bring this person problems. So there's changes now. I'm hearing Angie. Bree. Ems, someone's nickname's Ems. Riel. Reed. I just want one. Money driven in the reverse. That's good. Because it really doesn't matter. Not like how people think it matters.